Hi everyone, Sharon here with Mac Senior. Okay, this is the video from day 6 and we're ready to leave wonderful Severn, and this is the room where we stayed. Actually, those are some little candies I left her. I want to show you the view out the window. I just fell in love with my husband's friend from long, long ago. They hadn't seen each other in 30 years since he escaped communist Hungary back in 1986 or 85. And anyway, this is the view. And these two rooms, one right next to the other at the top of the stairs, was her daughter's room when her daughter was living at home. Her daughter is now married and living in Strasbourg. But see how steep those stairs are? And this is a little sitting room, and look at this little tiny bathroom. I mean, you really had to duck down to get in there. But it was wonderful to have a bathtub. It was really the first bath I got to take on this trip. And water is no problem here, so I didn't have to feel guilty. And this is another room. So on this floor, there's really 3 rooms that could be used as a bedroom. And this is the view out that little window. There's really beautiful views out all of the windows. And let me see, I'm going in this door. Oh, I wanted to know what is behind this door. And boy, it was like a door to the 15th century. Those are really, really old bricks. I was amazed that they had windows, even in this old room, and a skylight. Now, this is the sitting room to our hostess's bedroom. And then this is the view out her sitting room, also of that little courtyard and alleyway to the main street in Severn. I just think this is so picturesque. Boy, I could live here. So there, Istvan is pulling the car out, and we're saying goodbye to our friend Ava. And this is leaving Severn, and man, all of the, just listen to the bells. Okay, and I just cannot believe that I kept forgetting to turn the phone around the other way so I don't have these black bars on either side of the video, but you're going to have to bear with me as I show you a little bit of the countryside driving between Severn, France and Zurich, Switzerland. I'll just add a few of those in. That was a cemetery, and I'm sorry we didn't have time to stop. I don't know what it is about old cemeteries, but I love them. I'm just in hog heaven, looking at old tombstones and reading what they say. So I wanted to show you how many grapes. I guess I forget that France produces wine also. And I always think of it as the south of France, and this is definitely the eastern part of France. But there's a lot of grapes in this country. Just more scenes of different towns that we went through to get there. Once again,
and this is our first Swiss castle.
Taking pictures of flowers hanging all over the place. And I was trying to show you a castle there. That didn't work too well. It's not easy to shoot from a moving car. So we finally arrive in Zurich, and I'll tell you, I just was not impressed with Switzerland yet. It just seemed like every building was a big square building, and that's it. Maybe built, I don't know, in the 50s and 60s. There was just no charm to any of it. I hope none of you out there in the viewing audience is Swiss and are taking offense. But now we've arrived at our cousin's house. He lives in an apartment about 5 floors up with no elevator. Now we're back in the car and we're on our way to our Airbnb. We didn't stay with our cousin because their place is too small and they have a little kiddo. So we got another Airbnb and we're on our way to it. And so here it is. This is just walking in the door, and the guy has 3 cats. And in this Airbnb, we're actually staying in this guy's house, and he lives there too. It's kind of unusual. And he has, that was another one of the cats. This is our room. I have a scale. I'm afraid to get on that. I could have done without the duck, but I don't know. Maybe, that's a friendly thing in Switzerland. But boy, what a bathroom. Very nice. And I'm going to take a nice long bath in there tonight. And they don't have any water problem here, so I don't even have to feel guilty about taking a nice long bath. Now we went back and picked up our cousins, and they took us sightseeing. And I said, could we see the old part of Zurich? And they said, yes, we're going to take you there after we've seen what we could see from the mountaintop or the hilltop. So now we are, I believe we're on our way to the shopping center. And not shopping center, but a place where we can buy food for the night. And it's also within walking distance of the old historic part of Zurich. And that was exactly what I wanted to see. And that's those are Istvan's cousins pointing out different things while I videotaped just anything that I thought might be of interest to you guys. And I wanted them also to point out the Apple Store to me. I thought these things were interesting. They were offset. I don't know what you'd even call that banister, that stone railing. And they're very ecologically conscious in this country, and they want you to buy free trade bananas. And so this was just a little example of where the money goes. And there's the Apple Store. It was quick, but that's where I'm going in just a few hours. Actually, it was too late last night to edit all of this footage and get it up on YouTube. So it's now the next morning, and I'm getting ready to send this off to YouTube and go out for the day. Actually, I have an appointment in about 2.5 hours at the Apple Store. And this is the old part of Zurich. These buildings, I think, were built in the 1600s and 1700s. I think they're a rich country. And then this was a fairly steep incline up to another spot where you can see. And this is an old stone. I don't know where they got it, and I don't read Swiss, so I couldn't really tell you, but I like old stuff. Now this is, yeah, we're arriving at the top of the hill. And it really is a pretty view from up here. And man, that water is so clean. It's amazing. You'll see in a little bit how you can see all the way to the bottom. And if there wasn't, a lot of times there's a reflection, and so you can't see. But I think I got some video where there was no reflection, and you could see all the way to the bottom. Wouldn't that be a nice place to live? Now, one of the things I loved about this is every one of these people had an iPhone. I wanted to say, yay, thank you for using iPhones. And cuckoo clocks are very big in this country. Everyone has one. I used to have one, or my mom did when we were kids. They were all the rage in the 40s. It's very clean. I will say that. It's very clean. And isn't this a cool way to display flowers? I really liked that flower pot. Here's another one of the river boats. And I really like the way they do flowers hanging from balconies. And this is the Stork Hotel, and there's a lot of images and of storks all over this country, but apparently they don't have storks. They do in Hungary, though. You'll see when we go there. Really like those boats. And this is a plastic shop, and they took their plastic bags and made flowers outside the door. I thought that was interesting. And this, I was trying to show you how clear and clean this water is. You can see the bottom when there's no reflection. It's really, really clean. And I thought this was an interesting display. I'm not sure what it was for. And oh, these carts, you're not supposed to take pictures, I found out, of any kind, video or still. But those are wonderful ways to shop, dragging those things. And this is outside the Swarovski crystal shop, and I love Swarovski. And I don't know what this is for either, but I just thought it was an interesting thing. So it's definitely getting towards evening here, and we're on our way back home to have this for dinner. And this is a traditional Swiss meal, and I can't remember what you call that. It was on the package, Rockley or something like that. Anyway, they sell the cheese already pre-sized to fit in these little things, and then you put it under there, and the cheese melts, and in the meantime, you get your vegetables all ready on your plate. And then when the cheese comes out, you just pour it over your vegetables. So that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching.